Maybe it's just me, but this book, it feels like a warning. It was written by billionaire investor Ray Dalio, and he runs one of the most successful hedge funds in the world. Basically, it talks about how every empire rises and falls. And the stuff he describes, it's literally happening in the US right now. Basically, he says that every empire starts strong, okay, with like innovation and education and productivity. Then comes the boom, people get richer, the country borrows more, and debt starts to pile up. Eventually, the empire can't pay its bills anymore. So the central banks start printing money to cover the gap. It's the same story every time. Rome, the Dutch Empire, Britain, and now the United States. Now, right now, the US as a country owes over $35 trillion. And the Federal Reserve, who is the US central bank, it is coming out and saying, basically, we are done tightening and we're gonna start buying assets again. And that sounds boring until you understand what they're actually buying. So listen to this. Number one, government debt. That's money that the US has already spent but hasn't paid for. And number two, mortgage-backed securities, which are basically bundles of home loans. When the Fed buys those, it's like pumping money into the system to keep it feeling stable. But what it really does is make it cheaper to borrow, it pushes home prices up, and quietly inflates everything else you buy. Cool. Basically, think of it like you maxing out all of your credit cards and then you're like, oh, I can't pay these off. But instead of trying to fix the problem, you just go into your basement and start printing money. This is where the inflation is coming from. Your money keeps buying less and everything around you gets more expensive. That's why your groceries cost more. That's why housing feels out of reach. Why it feels like you're working harder than ever but getting nowhere. But the wild part is when the Fed floods the system with money, people who own assets like businesses and stocks and real estate, they get richer. The people who only earn money, like if you're just working a 9 to 5 and that is where your paycheck comes from, they get left behind. So Ray Dalio, he right now is warning the billionaires, but I am here to warn you. You can't control the Fed, but you can control whether you're on the winning or losing side of it. And that's why my whole mission is to teach women how to become owners. Because I want you to build wealth that keeps growing even when the whole system feels like it's stacked against you. If you want to keep learning, start with my free trainings through my link in bio or apply to work with me as your 7-figure mentor. Let's go.